Hey there everyone, welcome to part 4 of the Keller Williams Consumer App video tutorial series. I'm Jeffery Hastings with the McDonnell Hastings team at Keller Williams Market Pro Realty in Fayetteville, Arkansas. Today's video is the 4th part in our series of videos dedicated to showcasing the different features and capabilities that are built into the KW app. The focus of this video is on exploring the different ways you can save and share information through the app with anyone you choose, and how you can communicate directly back and forth through the app with your Keller Williams agent about specific properties, or even just with general questions. The convenience that provides is really priceless in today's world where everyone is at different places at different times. But before we jump in, I just want to encourage you to check out the other videos in our series so that you can get the most out of what is truly the best free real estate consumer app on the market. And I'll put the links to those videos in the description below. So now that we've got that all out of the way, let's get started. So you've downloaded the KW app, you've explored it for a bit, and maybe you found some properties that interest you. You'd like to save those properties or save the search so that you don't have to put all of your specific criteria in every time that you search, or maybe you want to share the ones that you've saved with your spouse or someone else to get their feedback. Maybe you have a few questions for your agent about the properties. How can you do all of those things without having to screenshot separate properties and send dozens of texts or make calls to multiple people? Easily. The first thing to know about the app is that you can save individual properties, collections of properties, and specific searches. And we'll get to the sharing part in a few minutes, but right now we're going to focus on what you can save first. So on the main search page you see here, you'll see a heart icon on the bottom shortcut bar, and it says Saved. And this is the central location for all things saved on the app. If you click on that, it'll bring you to your saved dashboard, and you can see recent saved collections and recent saved searches. Now, saved collections are just that. They're specific groups of properties that you've saved together and you've classified by some type of criteria that you define and name. You think of them like folders that you're just keeping your stuff organized in. Saved searches are a way for you to not have to type in a whole bunch of different locations and preferences every time that you use the app. So it'll show you here what the most recent saved collections are and what saved searches you've utilized last. You can swipe left on either of these to scroll. You can see that right there through the ones that you have. Or next to the headers for each of those, you can see it says View All. You would click on that to bring you to all of your saved collections and all of your saved searches. And there are a number of actions that you can do within each of these as well. But let's take a step back for a second and talk about saving a specific property that you like. So back on the search page, you'll see the search map. And this is probably one of the easiest things that you can do with the app. Whenever you're looking at a property and you want to save it for any reason, you just click on the heart icon that pops up in the smaller version, the condensed view, or if you open the full listing, you can just click on the heart icon next to save. And you'll see a box will pop up and prompt you to choose where you'd like to save it to. So there's automatically a default collection that's created by the app using your name. You can see mine says Jeffrey's Favorites. If you already have other collections you've created, you can choose one of those to save it in. You can actually save it in multiple collections if it meets the criteria that you've chosen for both. You can also deselect them, or you can create a new collection based on new criteria, and you can name it anything that you want. So for example, maybe you're looking at 1- and 2-story homes, but you want to separate them to help you narrow them down, so you can just type 2-story homes, just like that. Hit save, and it's now saved in that collection. And after searching and saving some properties, you can view them in your collection simply by going and clicking on the Saved Heart shortcut at the bottom of the screen. And again, your most recent collections will show first, but you can view them all by clicking on View All right there. And you're then brought to all of your collections where you can scroll through them up and down. You can see how many properties are saved in each collection under the Created by name. And you can click on a specific collection to see those homes and review them again here. Now, there's just a few things I want to point out about what you can do here with your collections. So if you're looking first at the list of homes that are saved in a specific collection, you'll notice a section under each property that says Add Note. If you click on that, a page opens up for you to put some of your thoughts down about the specific property. And those notes are then saved, and they can be seen by anyone who's also collaborating with you through the app. And I'll show you more about that in just a moment. If you look at the bottom of the collection page, you see more options for you. You can click on Sort By, and you can see multiple options you have for organizing these specific saved properties in this specific collection. This is actually really great to help you narrow down homes that you like, maybe rule some out. You can just organize them in all these different ways. And then right next to Sort By is another option, Map View. And this lets you switch back and forth between the list of your properties and seeing where they are on a map in relation to each other or in relation to other locations such as a school. And here you can see one home is much closer to a school than the other, and that may be a factor in how you decide what property you may or may not want to move forward on. If you go back to the specific collections page at the upper right, you'll see 3 dots. There they are. 3 horizontal dots. And if you click on them, you'll see options pop up at the bottom where you can edit your collection here by including a description, changing the title, or adding a collaborator to this specific collection. There we are. Just to show you what that looks like, you can click on Add Collaborator, and a screen pops up for you to input their first name, last name, and email. And then what happens is they will then get an email from kw.com that invites them to collaborate in this collection and allows them to message back and forth with you about the properties in it. And then you'll see their name added in the collection as a collaborator. You can also remove them at any time. And then also back under the 3 horizontal dots, you see that you have the option of deleting the collection, and you can just delete the whole collection if you like. Back on the collections page, you have the option at the bottom of creating a new collection. You just create a name for that collection, title that, say, Today's Collection, and create it. And you can see now that that's been created. And then when you save specific properties, you'll have the option now of saving them into that collection if you like. Now let's talk about saving a specific search. One thing that can be really frustrating when using an app to search for a home is to put in all of your criteria for a search. For example, we're in Austin, Texas right now, but I'm going to make this really more specific. I want to look for homes that are in this price range with at least 3 beds, just houses. I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to look for ones with at least 2 bathrooms. I want a certain living area. I want at least 2,700 square feet. I want to make sure this house was built at least in 1987 or later. And you can see there's 2 results there in the bottom right-hand corner. So we'll see what those results are. We're going to click Done. And there's the 2 results. That would be really frustrating to have to go back every time to put in all that information just to do the search. Well, the KW app allows you to create any type of search, as general or specific as you like, and then save that search so you can use it over and over just by clicking on it. So you can put in all of your search terms just like I did, and you click on the Save ribbon that's on the top right, and it will bring you to the Save screen. And here, you can title it whatever you want, and then click Save in the upper right. So I can change this to a really specific search. Save it. And now this is saved, this search. And now you can find this search every time you use the app, since it was saved, by going to the Saved Heart shortcut on the main page, and then looking down at the recent saved searches. And you can see it says right there, that's my really specific search. So this is great when you're having to explore multiple areas or regions. You just simply click on the desired saved search, and it will bring you right to that location. You search with all of the criteria saved already. You can zoom in and you can see where we were before, and you can search around even different areas using those same search criteria. Now also, if you look at your list of saved searches, you'll see, you go back there, you look at your list of saved searches, you'll see 3 horizontal dots in the lower right of each one. You can click on those to delete the search, which is pretty self-explanatory. It will ask you if you're sure you want to delete the search. You can click on it and you can edit. And edit allows you to go back into that specific search and edit anything from the title to any of the criteria. You can just click save if you made any changes. And then share. Share actually allows you to share the search through pretty much any form possible, through text, email, social media messengers, etc. You can also see on the saved main page where your recent saved searches are that there are 2 horizontal dots on the lower right of each saved search. And this is just a shortcut for you to click on to delete, edit, or share that search. So I've mentioned sharing collections, and I've mentioned searches and collaborators and how to do those within the collections. There's just a few other options I want to point out to you just so that you can learn all of the sharing and communicating options available to you in the app. So from any specific property that you click on, you can share it directly by just clicking on share, on the share arrow under the property photo. And this gives you the same options we just explored earlier of sharing through text, email, or social media. You'll also see under each specific property listing that you have the option of scheduling a video tour and asking your agent any questions that you may have. So if you click on schedule a video tour, it brings up a page that is especially helpful during the current social environment. You just input the requested information about your availability, the type of tour you're interested in, and what your preferred video platforms are, if you have one. You can select multiple video platforms. You're fine with Zoom. You're fine with FaceTime. And your KW agent will do a live video tour during a mutually agreed upon time. You can also still choose to request an in-person tour through the app as well, but this option is always at the discretion of other parties involved, so check with your KW agent for your options. The ability to schedule a live video tour where you can see a property, interact with your agent in real time, and ask any questions you may have is just another amazing feature of the KW app. Now, clicking on Ask Your Agent brings up a form that you can fill out. You just click Submit and send a message directly to your agent. The agent sees that and can respond to that. And one last little detail. If you click on Feed, let me get out of this screen really quick. You see Feed right there next to the search from the main search page. You see at the top where you can see any communication back and forth with your agent or any collaborators about specific saved searches or specific collections. And it's a great place to go directly to any conversation about any specific property or topic that was initiated through the app. So guys, that covers all of the features and options available to you to save, share, and communicate within the KW app. For more detailed information specifically on how to get the most out of the search capabilities provided with the app, check out part 3 of our KW Consumer App video tutorial series here on our YouTube page. You can find that link along with links to our other videos in the series below in the description. As always, take some time, rewatch the video, absorb all of the incredible features and functions, play around in the app. You can't break it. And if you feel like this video and our others have been helpful, we'd love for you to like the video, leave us a comment below, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget also that you can share the KW app with anyone just by going into the app, clicking on More, and then clicking on Share the KW app. Everyone from renters to buyers to sellers to investors should really have this app on their phone. So thank you all for watching. Be sure to watch for our next video in the series This is Jeff Hastings, the McDonnell Hastings team with Keller Williams Market Pro Realty in Fayetteville, Arkansas, providing all of our clients with championship service. Remember to be safe, be kind, and let's take care of one another, right? See you next time, guys.